Alright guys, welcome everyone to game number 1 in the next set of the stream. This is PaTiN! PaTiN! This guy is actually called Martin, and he's from the same city I live in. The only high-level player that I have ever had the pleasure of meeting personally. And he's already under a lot of pressure over here. Repart from the very beginning, sends the scout forward and manages to get 2 villager picks over here. Plus, Repart's gonna be the first player going for a dock over here. He's got a demolition raft coming over, and the spearman get taken down. That is kind of a wasted demo shot, mind you. But I guess that's still going to give him... That's going to give his momentum some longevity over here, as he's able to go for yet another villager and doesn't need to worry about the spearman. So I guess you can say that demolition raft over there, taking the spearman down, is what allowed him to get a villager. So it's kind of like the demolition raft made the villager pick possible. And I guess it doesn't really look like a waste anymore if you see it that way. But yeah, Slam vs Draken, round 32. Yeah, we could do that. If Draken moves on past Dark, it was versus Dark, right? We could take a look at the round 32 set between both these players. Yes. Alternatively, also we can keep track of Ganji, of course. I'm not really sure what the situation is for him currently. But anyway. There is another demolition raft over there. He cannot really make it work. But Repart's already managed to fabricate a nice worker lead for himself. He's got 6 extra workers. Let's go 2x once again, try to catch up. I think we were behind this game by 10 minutes or so. Oh, wait a moment. Fluffy, are you saying that you are waiting for me to choose a set that you want to watch, to cast? I thought you meant for me to cast games that you play from Red Bull. I'm kind of confused now. Anyway, PaTiN's coming over. He's got a bunch of archers over here, but what is this? He's not paying attention. The archers are going down. He only managed to get a single village down, but it's not... There is so much catching up for PaTiN to do that there's just not going to be enough. Repart being on water means that... First off, PaTiN's got to get as many villagers over here as he has lost himself. So right now, the EKKD is still favoring Repart with 3-2, right? So we still need 1 extra pick over here for PaTiN to just catch up in villager count. And then on top of that, the extra relationships over here that Repart's got compared to PaTiN. PaTiN's got to catch up for as well. So he's sending a second wave of archer units. He's gonna be able to clean the archers out from Repart over here. He's roaming around trying to find exposed economy. Doesn't seem like he'll be able to find anything. However, he does find a few pokes over here against the scouts from Repart. And the second wave of archers is getting a bunch of villagers down. Now PaTiN's looking like he might actually be able to come back a little bit. Just gotta be careful not to take too much damage from the archers over there. Beautiful. LTC 2. Ah, yeah. 2 minutes and 17 seconds of ILTC time for PaTiN compared to 0 ILTC time for Repart.
Yes.
Yeah. A little bit of an issue over here with the server. It's pretty difficult. Both these players are like very, very far away. East US, unplayable for me, 150 milliseconds for me, says Repart. And they are going for it. So there was just a little bit of a technical pause, I guess. Castle coming out for PaTiN a little bit earlier compared to Repart. We didn't really talk about the civilizations much. Repart's playing Huns and PaTiN's playing Khmer. There we are. PaTiN's coming forward once again with another wave of archers. He manages to get yet another villager over here. 2 additional villagers, as a matter of fact. 3 additional villagers. And 4 additional villagers. PaTiN's only 4 villagers behind while going up so much sooner. So he's actually compensating for the idle TC time a little bit. However, repard's got zone archers coming forward. PaTiN's going to react in time by garrisoning the village inside the houses. So his enemy's going to be kind of idle for the time being. He needs to go for either skirmishers or extra archers to defend himself and actually push the archers away. Otherwise, repard can just keep on denying this economy. Yeah, just like this, right? Yeah, PaTiN's reaction is good. And in the end, he does end up getting cleaned up around repard's base, but he managed to get 10 villagers so far, while repard managed to get 3 villagers up until this point. So despite the water control from repard, despite the idle TC time for PaTiN, the villager count's about the same right now for both players. Plus, PaTiN managed to get Horse Collar, which repard hasn't really gone for. So PaTiN is looking alright over here, and it's not really looking like repard's much stronger over here despite the 200 ELO difference. So if PaTiN can make this play work, if he can make the archer push over here work, that's going to be fantastic for him. And he kind of needs it. The longer the game goes, the better it's going to be for repard. Not necessarily because of the civilization matchup or anything like that, but mainly because that's the way it goes. Usually higher level players are so much better in later stages of the game. So PaTiN's got a little bit of a opportunity window, so to say, over here to work with, and this was actually very good for him. He ends up losing, what is that, 1 crossbowman for the demolition rep. That's a pretty decent trade for PaTiN. But here he comes on the right hand side. Beautiful. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. The crossbows can be so deadly. I really would have liked to see PaTiN go for a university so that he could get ballistics up, but he's not gone for the university at all. He doesn't even have one on the way. So probably end up just microing around the cavalry archers over here. He's doing a good job. He does have the hill advantage over there as well. PaTiN doesn't really want to micro over here too much, I think, probably because of the latency. Both players are with a little bit of lag over here, so trying to micro can result detrimental if you're not used to the higher latency. So yeah, PaTiN's just going to get out of here and just try to trade as well as he can, right? He ends up losing all the units over there, but he didn't manage to get the second TC up. He's finally going for the university now, which against cavalry archers specifically is going to be so instrumental. Especially if you're not going to micro your units, having ballistics will allow you to get much better trades against CA. The third TC is on the way now for PaTiN as well. The score is switching back and forth. There is a second wave of units coming over from PaTiN, pushing villages away from gold over here. Repard still does have access to gold though, somewhere I think. Where's he collecting gold from? Actually, nah, he was just sending the villages back, but that's the only gold that he was getting access to. So that was good from PaTiN. If he was able to keep on putting pressure and prevent repard from getting access to that gold, there is no way that repard's gonna be able to keep on going for cavalry archers. So there's an opportunity over here for the yellow player to get some good damage down. We'll see. Beautiful. Yeah. Pretty good defense for PaTiN. He is getting heaps of idle TC time, mind you. But it's a little bit more understandable when he's up to 3 TCs versus when he was down to just 1 TC. However, cavalry archers are doing a lot of damage over here. Repard does not have ballistics, doesn't need it. He's targeting static units. He'll still end up getting a few picks over here. Does end up losing a few cavalry archers though, but PaTiN still holds on to a 10 villager lead, so if he's able to get his villagers back out to work, Yeah, his economy should be a little bit stronger. Let me take a look at the gather economy time so far. It's higher for PaTiN. Yeah. There we go. Taking a look down south. PaTiN's gone for the gold again, and this is what I was talking about. Camping the gold will make things so much harder for repar right now, as there's only one gold miner for the blue player. He's gonna start collecting some of the gold on the right hand side if PaTiN realizes about this and he starts putting pressure from here on the right hand side as well. That's gonna be pretty good. So he does have another wave of units coming over. So if he can camp this area and then he can keep on camping the left hand side, preventing repar from collecting gold, there is nothing repar can do in terms of military production other than just going for maybe scout cavalry or something like that, or maybe skirmishers. But PaTiN is looking good. He's got a 500 score lead. He's on 3 TCs. He managed to increase his villager lead to 13 extra workers. And unfortunately though, he's not really going after the second gold mine over here. And he knows about it. He knows about the TC. He's just not feeling confident enough to actually go and deny it, which I am not too... Yeah, I'm not really agreeing with it too much. He's just trying to go around and find exposed villagers, and he doesn't get 2 villager picks over here, plus denying the woodline, then kind of wrecking havoc around Repart's economy. But still, as long as there is access to gold over here, I guess Repart should be able to keep on going for more units. Because even if he does not manage to get cavalry archers out because of the lack of wood, his full economy is still working, so he can go for skirmishers, he can go for knights potentially, right? Okay, now this is good. Here comes the third wave of units from PaTiN, pushing villages away from gold for Repart again. So now is the moment PaTiN brings a villager forward. Ideally, he would already have a villager forward, and he goes for a siege workshop and tries to take the TC down over here. If he takes the TC down, there's no way on earth that Repart's gonna get access to this gold anymore. And this gold is pretty much exposed, of course, kind of far away from this TC. The only gold that Repart would have access to would be the one on the left-hand side. Unfortunately, PaTiN is not really thinking of putting pressure over here, so without the siege workshop and without destroying the TC over here, this is not kind of like a definitive push. And yeah, without taking the ability of taking gold over here away from Repart, there is always going to be a chance of a comeback over here for the bull player. So PaTiN's roaming around, he's going to realize about this. He might be able to get 1 villager maybe, but not too much. And he's going again though, after the gold. Yeah, with some skirmishers. However, Repart's done a really good job defending himself. He's got now 3 TCs, and he started collecting the gold from the north once again, while still being able to go for extra units. So while PaTiN is still looking much stronger on 120 versus 80 population, a 50% higher population count, Repart is a higher level player, and there's always a risk for PaTiN to end up losing this game, so he's got to be really careful. This is a mighty upset. Underdog's winning? For the time being, yeah. For the time being, for sure. He's scrapping enough to go out to the Imperial Age as well. It still has significant more military units, so if he can keep his numbers high and prevent Repart from getting too many military units himself, he should be able to hold on to his lead over here. Repart's going for a mangonel though. This can change the game, especially given the latency issues that PaTiN was complaining about, which I imagine are probably kind of similar for Repart. He's gotta be careful over there. He's going for the scatter formation, which I like. I would probably prefer for him not to stick around the siege workshop at all, but now he's probably gonna try to go after the mangonel. Yeah, and Repart's going to repair the mangonel over there, so PaTiN can get cleaned up over here. He's trying to go after the villages, I guess. Meanwhile, there's a counter raid coming up. Repart's bringing the cavalry archers forward. Yeah, and PaTiN will probably end up getting cleaned up over here, right? Oh, that was so close! One more hit from the Knight would have taken the Magnal down. But it seems like repard's stabilizing over here. There is still a second group of units on the left-hand side from PaTiN, pushing villagers away from wood and whatever, but there is still access to wood for repard over here on the right-hand side. Just gotta get the villagers back to work. Right-hand side, repards. Yeah, imagine to get some villagers over here. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3 villagers going down to the CA. PaTiN's reaction is pretty good. Repard's going to drop a castle over here. Meanwhile, PaTiN's got enough resources to go for a counter castle if he wants to. Plus, he's got the defense advantage, so he should be able to. And there we go. The moment he realizes about the castle coming up, with all these villagers moving forward, a counter castle comes up over here. PaTiN is forced into the lead in an archer range over here. But check this out, because of the knights, because of the crossbows, he denies the 4 castle attempt from repard and takes game number 1 to get the lead in the series. And PaTiN, the underdog, takes on repard, the favorite player over here. 1-0 for Gaucho PaTiN. Let's take a look at the achievements really quickly. Before hopping into game number 2, we're going to see a very nice KD over here, especially given the units that they were going for. It's going to be just 1-to-1, right? But PaTiN was trading crossbows and he was trading skirmishers for cavalry archers, for knights, for villagers. So it was very effective for him. Economy, on the other hand, is going to be significantly higher for PaTiN, collecting about 8,000 extra resources. And then for society, yeah, it's significantly higher for PaTiN as well. So well played. That was really good. Let's go back. As Magyars get fully upgraded, Hussar and Knights and Cavalry Archers, Berbers are going to have Camels, and they're going to have Camel Archers as well, which are going to counter those units respectively. The one thing that Magyars will have, though, is fully upgraded Arbalesters, which I think might be a little bit of a struggle for PaTiN, perhaps. We'll see. Regardless, though, welcome everyone to game number 2 in the set. Repard, once again with Magyars. He's probably going to start putting pressure with scouts already, so he's got the stable coming up. And PaTiN, on the other hand, he's got an archer range coming up over here, interestingly enough. So he's going to make a play for archers right now, and that's probably going to be transitioned into camel archers once he gets to the castle. So we're probably going to see some stone collection. There we go, nice walls for PaTiN. Double bit axe is coming in now for PaTiN as well. Yeah, and so far so good. Nice pressure from repard. We were expecting to see the scouts over here. PaTiN's got the spearman over there to defend himself, and he ends up getting the first scout down. So there's only 1 scout left over here. Repard's making a transition into skirmishers right now. This will be really good for him to play defensively, but it's not going to be a unit that he'll try and do damage with. It's not a unit he'll try to put pressure with. PaTiN, on the other hand, has not really been going for any extra archers. Now he's got a 3rd archer queued up, but it seems like he's just trying to play for a little bit of economy over here, and probably just going after the castle age. Interestingly enough, the map generation over here doesn't really allow for him to collect stone easily. So if he wants to go for a castle eventually, he'll probably need to go for an extra TC right next to the stone over there instead. There we are. Castle Age is actually coming out for reparo a little bit sooner. He's utilizing the market quite heavily. And PaTiN, on the other hand, I'm not really sure if he's got a market, actually. He's gone for a stable now. And he doesn't really have a market, so he's just gonna need to rely on proper eco balancing, which is pretty difficult. And currently, he's already kind of gotten past the amount of gold that he needed, so eco balancing is not perfect for the red player. And repar will beat him to the Castle Age by quite a bit. This could be really bad. Despite PaTiN having a power spike in the Castle Age with a 15% discount on stable unit production, the head start that repard's getting over PaTiN to the Castle Age means that he's gonna be knocking on PaTiN's door with knights significantly earlier than PaTiN's gonna be able to start going for defensive units himself. Plus, he's got only one stable over here, so it's not like he'll be able to start producing camels pretty heavily once he gets to Castle Age himself, so kind of difficult position over here for PaTiN, so to say. It's only now going up to the Castle Age. Yeah, there we go. That's a minute and 14 seconds, in 24 seconds rather, of a head start, which is not trivial. Second stable on the way now for PaTiN. I like this a little bit better. There you go. The archers are coming forward. No knights though. I thought because of the stable opening that repar was going to make a play for knights, but instead he's got double archer ranges. He's just going for archers over there. He's got a knight now queued up, but PaTiN's getting to the Castle Age very soon. A lot of extra idle TC time for the red player this time around as well. Certainly struggling against repar in that regard. So if repar just makes a play for archers, that's going to be pretty difficult for PaTiN to play against. Of course, he can go for knights early on, for instance. That should be enough for him to counter a few crossbows, right? But if repar's able to keep his numbers high and eventually gets to the Imperial Age fast and goes for Arbalesters, PaTiN's gonna be kind of screwed. So let's see. There's a defensive tower already up for PaTiN, who's going to defend the goal with it. And he was forced into this. This is not something that you want to go for. Obviously, you want to just save your resources and potentially go for extra TCs, especially if he was hoping to collect any stone at all. But yeah, he's got chain, barred armor right now and 2 knights to work with, plus about 41 workers. He's behind already by 3 villagers compared to repar, so it's a big struggle for PaTiN to keep his economy going and to keep everything working. Here comes repar. Knights and archers. PaTiN's got knights and archers himself as well, but not anywhere near as many. Repar's economy is looking so much stronger. He's going for Bolsa right now. But he's going for Bolsa as well. He doesn't really have Horse Collar, which repar already has, so that's going to pay out for repar very soon. And PaTiN, well, PaTiN's in a world of trouble. He's got the gold mines down south, and he was collecting gold from the mine up in the north as well. But this one he cannot really defend. So here he comes. He's bringing the knight over. The knight's getting converted, and he's forcing to delete in it. Now market's coming up, so PaTiN can balance his economy, but it's looking pretty rough. And repar is putting so much pressure. This is a matchup that I was kind of optimistic about for PaTiN, but repar has completely outplayed the red player, and there is a pause over here, and I imagine there's probably going to be talk about latency and lag again. But honestly, I don't really think there is too much that PaTiN will be able to do from this position onwards, even if the game was going down to 0 latency, given just how much of a lead repar's been able to build for himself. Oh, okay, never mind. No lag issues. Just a regular pause. And then on the left-hand side, PaTiN is going for a counter-strike, which I do like. He will end up getting a few villagers down over here, which is great. That might actually allow him to catch up in villager count. As a matter of fact, he gets 2 villagers down. He's going to go after the 3rd one. Actually, he gets 3 villagers down. He's going for the 4th one, and he's going to get the villager. And this is so good from PaTiN. But there is a counter-strike coming now. Right now, for repard. And PaTiN's reaction over here is a little bit slow. So both players raiding each other, and PaTiN's military count simply not there. It's simply not there yet. He's gonna be able to defend himself, sure. And he does end up finding a few villagers over here, which is great. It's all good and dandy, and he does disrupt Repard's economy quite a bit. I mean, take a look at that. This is disaster for Repard. These villagers. Yeah, when is Repard going to realize about this? I mean, that's a lot of villagers not working. Now he realizes about it. And that kind of opens a window of opportunity for PaTiN to potentially come back over here. He's getting some momentum right now. He's got 9 knights versus, for the most part, just crossbows from Repard. Although we see the monk over there land the conversion. The monk goes down immediately afterwards. And there's another monk over here Repard could potentially land another conversion with. We'll see. But yeah, PaTiN keeps on going for more. Oh man, that was really good for Repard. But PaTiN keeps on going for more knights and takes advantage of the 15% discount he gets in stable units production. He might be able to group together a strong enough army to go forward and overpower whatever defenses Repard might have. So he's trying to go for it. No more archers anymore, just full knight production. Villagers. 1 TC as well, which I like. And this is the only way back for PaTiN. 1 TC full stable production. And Repard, well, Repard's going for monks now, and it's gonna be pretty difficult for PaTiN to fight against, not gonna lie. Could potentially try and go for some scout cavalry. But it'll be difficult given the amount of crosses that Repard still has alive. In any case though, PaTiN's just trying to break through, and he does breach through. He's going right to the back of Repard's economy once again after the farmers over here is going to start getting some villages down. He's going to start getting some villages down south over here. Once again, the villager count's higher for Repard. But he's been on 2 TCs. He had to spend a lot of extra resources going for it. And now, the villager count's the same as PaTiN's raids over here are working really nicely. What is going on? Repard is struggling against a 200 lower elo player, but PaTiN's playing out of his mind. How has he been able to come back from the position he was in just a few minutes ago? Is just going to remain a mystery for me now. He's walking away from here. Doesn't end up losing one of the knights to conversions though. Actually 2 of the knights to conversions. But he's got more units coming over, of course. And once again, as long as he's able to keep both stables producing, he still stands a chance. So now he goes after the monk over here. He goes after the villagers, and that's going to end up pushing Repard's gold miners away from the gold up in the north. And this is the way. This is the way to go about it. He must keep on pushing. Now he's going for a second TC. He realizes he must have done enough damage to catch up in economy. But honestly, I would definitely prefer for him to keep on focusing on military production for the most part. And ideally, start going for, given the fact that there's only 2 crosses left for Repard right now, 1 cross man left actually for Repard right now, I would definitely like for him to try and make a play for scouts. Scouts, potentially light cavalry. And just prioritize military production, man. Go for knights, go for scouts, and then go for villagers. Because if he's able to keep all the pressure going against Repard like this, if he's able to keep him away from the goal, if he's able to keep on taking villagers down and monks down, Repard will simply not have the economy to keep on going for any units anymore. So the monks are going down over there, and this is what I'm talking about. 3 monks left for Repard, 2 more monks queued up. As long as he has access to gold, he'll be able to keep on going for more. So very important for PaTiN to go and collect the monks over here, take them down before they have any chances of getting the conversions. And he's coming in. He still has a good amount of knights over here, but the conversions from Repard are just brutal. Which is why I want to see some light cavalry from PaTiN. But he's not going for it, just full on knight production. He's gotta be careful, man. With triple stable, it's so much more threatening, for sure. especially when repard spends so many resources producing from 3 TCs and producing the monks and whatever. But it's a big struggle. PaTiN is just barely able to keep up with military count over here because of all the conversions from repard. However, there is a second monastery over here. Repard's gonna keep on going for more monks with. And now he's down to only 1 monk, mind you. PaTiN brings all the knights forward. Might be able to get this, the monasteries down, actually. This could be really good for the red player. He's starting to get a lead now. He's ahead in score. No way! No way, PaTiN is taking the series from repard. But he's looking strong. 30C is on the way for him now as well, and I really dislike, once again, just making a play for economy over here in PaTiN's position is just not good. The way he's been able to get ahead over here is just by full military production, plus the discount he's got. His civilization is made for it. He's got 3 stables, just keep on going for knights. Just like that. He's got 6 knights queued up. That's what I want to see. Full knight production. Check this out. Repard's got 5 knights right now. He's got the 6th one coming out, so he's gonna be up to 6. Meanwhile, for PaTiN, we have 50 knights. It's gonna be up to 18 actually. 17, right? He's just lost 1. So it's gonna be up to 17. If he goes forward and repard connects all 5 conversions, that's going to bring PaTiN's knight count down to 12. 6 conversions potentially. That's going to bring it up to 11, right? And it's going to bring repard's own knight count up to 11 as well. So for every conversion that repard gets over here, PaTiN gets screwed. Which is why I wanted to see him just go for full military production and potentially light cavalry. And now he's going for light cavalry finally. He's going for monks as well. We'll see the conversions coming up over there. They are going to connect yet another conversion. PaTiN struggles to keep up with all the units he's sending forward. He's getting caught up for score right now as well, and overall population is a little bit higher for repard with a stronger worker count. Only 5 extra villages, and mind you, the eco KD over here is so one-sided for PaTiN that all the extra villagers that repard the repard's gone for, he's probably just barely been able to pay off for. So there's still a chance for PaTiN over here for sure, but once again, now that he's got light cavalry, he's got chain bar armor, he's got to start going for the actual light cavalry unit so that he can go and take the monks down. There are no crossbows for repard. There are only spearmen, no pikemen. So why is PaTiN not going for it? I'm back. I was in the gym earlier, so what did I miss? Updates, please. Well, we cast a good set from Drakent earlier. He went on to the round of 64. He's in the round of 32 right now, and we are in the round of 64 in the matchup between PaTiN and repard. And so far, PaTiN is up 1-0. He's got a lot of units over here, and he's got a lot of extra units queued up. He's got 4 stables to work with, so this could be really good for him. But repard's producing pikemen from 3 barracks, so PaTiN gets pushed back over here. He does have a monk over here, so he could try to go for a conversion, I guess, but it's a pretty rough position for the red player. So yeah, PaTiN is a 2k player, repard's a 2k2 player, and certainly the favorite in the set over here. And unfortunately, PaTiN was a little bit too slow making a transition into anything else than knights over here, and that allowed repard for pretty easy counters. With all the monk production the repard's gone for, he was able to convert so many knights from PaTiN and prevent PaTiN from amassing too many units. He's going for pikemen right now, right? So he's got his own knight production, so PaTiN is in a world of trouble. Repard, how many conversions? I'm really sure we have that stat over here, actually. We don't. We need to take a look at the achievements. 21 conversions so far. Yeah. This is a pretty darn strong difference in ELO, by the way. You can do hashtag match if you want to get ELO information from both players. I think it's probably going to give you ELO information for Empire Wars as opposed to a random map 1v1 though. So yeah. If you can you please cast Jordan and Dragon Stars games, please? If we are able to jump into game number 1 for sure, I would prefer to cast full series as opposed to jumping into a series halfway unless we don't have a choice. There is a Ganji set as well. I'm not really sure if it's starting or not yet. Dragon Star +1? Okay, okay. I'll keep it in mind for sure. Yeah, that's Empire Wars ELO. But then it's actually 1900, generally speaking. Wait, is that Empire Wars ELO actually? I'm not really sure. I actually don't know if you can go the 2K2. Yeah, PaTiN's going once again for the raids over here. I do appreciate the way he's been able to equalize the games for the most part by raiding. But yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the way to go right now. There's so much pressure coming out from Repard that it's pretty difficult for PaTiN to defend himself. Mind you, he will be the first player to go up to the Imperial Age. He realizes about the castle coming out from Repard over here. So what he's going to need is survive until the Imperial Age, get enough units out so he'll be able to defend against all the knights over here, spearmen, monks from PaTiN, from Repard, sorry, and then start going for trebuchets. So he's got the castle already up, he's scrapping enough resources together to go up. If he uses the market, he should be able to click up basically right away. He's kind of distracted by having to quick wall himself out to prevent the knights from coming through. But yeah, once he clicks up to the Imperial Age, he must start going for military units once again. He's got 3 stables to work with, actually 4 stables to work with. So he's going to need a bunch of camels. Yeah, he's got some camel archers coming out right now. So for the time being, he's surviving and he's on his way to the Imperial Age. 22 villages behind compared to Repard. Should be regular ELO for Repard? I think so, yeah. I'm not really sure why PaTiN is showing different ELO in the match command over there versus AOA2.net's ELO, but whatever. Bunch of villages. Oh, what is PaTiN doing? What? What is this? Oh, that was a very, very optimistic castle over there. Oh man, he goes down to 94. This is disaster. He's gonna keep on trying to go for it. What is that? He's still leaving the foundation now, but the villagers were still going forward. 11 militarians, guys. I think this might be over before PaTiN even gets to the Imperial Age. That was really, really, really rough. Very risky from PaTiN. I guess he kind of needed to go for it because I don't think he's got access to gold anymore, right? So it's not a nonsensical move. It's just a very high risk move. So he's got some gold over here, but that's going to be only 2 tiles of gold, which contain only about 1k gold left between both combined. So I do understand how he wanted to go forward for this gold. Unfortunately, he's unable to. He still has 15 stone miners, so after getting the second castle up, he might be able to go for a third castle closer to the gold, and he might be actually able to defend this, or actually he's going for a TC, which is still good. But I guess the good thing of him having 2 castles over here is that he'll be able to go for double trebuchet production basically right away. The big problem right now for him though is his economy is not strong enough for him to produce too many units. He doesn't really have enough units to defend himself against Repard right now. And going for trebuchet is just going to exacerbate that. So we see the petards coming in, and this is just going to be GG. I don't think there is a way for PaTiN to defend himself over here. He's unable to keep trebuchets. He doesn't have the wood economy, and he gets pushed away from the wood up in the north. He's already down to 90 villagers, and Repard's going to end up taking game number 2, which means we're going to get a full series. And guys, Repard's still on Mayans. He's got Mayans available. He's got Britons available. Game number 3 is going to take place on Acclivity. And PaTiN, on the other hand, he's got... Yeah, it's probably just going to call it GG over here, given he wasn't able to keep trebuchets at all. Yeah, but he's going to keep on trying, though. What counters camel archers? Well, standard cavalry. Like knights, for instance, they do not take any bonus damage from the camel archers, despite the camels being... Well, camels, right? So standard cavalry is going to be pretty good, and Repard's going for plate bard and armor. He's going for recurve bow. I am not the biggest fan of this. I don't think making a play for Cavalry Archer is going to be good until he's able to get rid of the castles from PaTiN. Otherwise, Cavalry Archers will get destroyed by Camel Archers. So yeah, standard cavalry, skirmishers obviously, and siege like scorpions specifically, going to be much better compared to going for mangonels, especially if you're fighting against a pretty high or a pretty large number of Camel Archers. They don't take bonus damage. Did they learn something? Well, knights don't take bonus damage from Camel Archers, despite the Camel Archers being technically a camel unit. These will only have bonus damage against Cavalry Archer type units. You can see the attack over here. They do 4 bonus damage against Cavalry Archer units. And they have bonus damage against Pierce armor. Think? No. That's the Pierce attack, sorry. What am I talking about? That's just a standard attack, 7 plus 3. The only bonus damage they get is against Cavalry Archer type units. Regardless though, chemistry's coming up now for PaTiN, it's coming up now for repard, and yeah, PaTiN just kept on trying, but just kept on going lower and lower in population, down to 119 versus 192, and repard's basically pop capped right now. It's gonna be on 200 population very soon. He's gonna be locked there. It's got 16 light cavalry queued up. He could potentially go for Hazard pretty easily. And PaTiN on the other hand is just struggling to stay above 110 population or so, so it's game over. Game number 3 once again is going to be on acclivity. Repard's got Mayans and Britons, and PaTiN actually don't remember exactly what it is that he had. He already played with Khmer in game number 1. He's got Magyars over here. Let me go and take a look at it real quick. Hey Peronatiki, hi. I hope I am saying your name correctly. Welcome. Okay, so there's Ethiopians and Vietnamese available for PaTiN. I guess Vietnamese could be very good, depending on which civilization repard goes for. If he goes for Britons, Vietnamese can be extremely deadly. If he goes for Mayans, then yeah, Vietnamese are not going to be quite as deadly. Because of the possibility of Eagle Warriors, right? So PaTiN keeps on dropping population down to 100, very soon under 100. And I'm not really sure why he's not calling the GG. But game number 3 should be coming up very shortly. We're probably going to have a little bit of downtime between games 2 and 3, as I imagine the players will want to take a moment. It was one of the best that I've heard. Almost right by the time. Is it Peronatiki? It's probably going to be a mistaken accentuation, I guess. Anyway, for game number 2, the KD is better actually for PaTiN, which is nice. It's going to be 7-6. Let's update this. And for economy, on the other hand, we have a stronger economy for repard, collecting well over 14,000 extra resources. He was not the first player to get to the Imperial Age, but he was the first player to get access to the Imperial Age units, right? With trebuchets, the Imperial Age upgrades, plate bar, and armor. PaTiN really struggled to take advantage of, and repard was in a much better position. And welcome everyone to game number 3. What do we get? We're gonna have Britons versus Ethiopians. This is a really, really interesting matchup, and I have seen this one before. And the times that I have seen this one before have gone in favor of Britons, actually. How? Well, especially in a situation like this, let's just assume that PaTiN is still having lag issues, and let's assume that repard, just by virtue of being 200 higher ELO, is gonna have better unit control. Britons are an untouchable civilization if you play it correctly. The extra range you get on foot archer units in the castle and Imperial Ages as a civilization bonus means that even if you are up against stronger archers which attack faster from Ethiopians, as long as you keep your distance and you just keep on fighting from max range, which is not easy to do, but if you control your units properly, you're simply untouchable. So it's going to be pretty difficult for PaTiN to make this work. And if it was the other way around, where it was repard the one who had latency issues, then it will probably favor PaTiN a little bit, because it will be harder for repard to micro the units properly, right? But we'll see. Hey, Hardcore Massive. Hi, welcome. Nice. Second archer range is coming up now for PaTiN. And here comes repard with the scouts. PaTiN's trying to get the quick walls. Was that a... that was not a quick wall. I think it was just a house. I'm not really sure. It's very hard to tell if it's latency issues, if he was trying to go for a quick wall and he just simply couldn't place a palisade on time, or if he was just not paying enough attention over here. He does have his own counter push coming up over here, and he does get one villager, so it's going to be 1-for-1 eco KD. However, I think this villager might go down over there. That was so close. Repard loses the scout over here, and PaTiN is the only player left with military units forward, so he could try to get more villagers over here, but it's going to be pretty difficult as now Repard's going to start getting his own defensive archers out, and he ends up pushing PaTiN away. So yeah. Oh, I just realized that the Bull Wololo command over here is incorrect. It's linking to the first qualifier. And there we go. Still more pressure coming out from PaTiN. Taking a look at repard. It's roaming around the right hand side. It's got just one scout left over here, and he does have a good amount of archers. Not quite as nice as PaTiN's, mind you. PaTiN's going forward already with 7 archers, while repard's got 6 archers total. So this could be really good. In the fuel age, that's the time where repard's going to start a little bit, because the archers are going to be just the same range as PaTiN's, but PaTiN's archers are still going to be attacking 80% faster. So with good unit control over here, PaTiN should be able to clean up the archers, and repard realizes about the archers coming forward. That's going to be a 7 versus 7, I think. Yes. And PaTiN is going back. And he does not want to risk taking a bad engagement over there, especially when repard's got a defender's advantage over here. And when such a small amount of units over here, you're unable to micro properly, it's pretty rough because you get snowballed pretty quickly. The red player has managed to scrap enough resources together to go up to the castle age once he gets the market up. Not right away, but he can use the market to balance his economy a little bit and go up for sure. Meanwhile, repard's getting very close himself, and he already went for the market earlier. So he's got both buildings already, and both players are very close, very close. It's almost the same build. Almost the same distribution. Repard lost on 14 villages on food. PaTiN is now on 14 villages on food. As repard's got the resources, he's gonna try and go up, but here's the hill advantage for PaTiN. We'll end up getting the archers down over here. Repard will end up cleaning up PaTiN's units for sure, but PaTiN does end up getting a pretty decent trade over here overall, I would say. Yeah, and it's not too bad. Overall KD is 13, actually 14 to 12 over here, which isn't really too bad for PaTiN. It's good for repard, but it's not going to be game ending. And both players are going out to the castle age at basically the same time, which is just remarkable. What do we have? PaTiN's got the 3rd archer range coming up over here. So it's going to go for full-on archer production, very soon into crossbows, blocking arrow, whatnot. Repard, on the other hand, is on 2 archer ranges, and he's been able to produce archers a little bit faster. How so? Well, the team bonus for Britons makes the archer ranges work 20% faster, while PaTiN, he does get 18% faster attack in archers, but they are just going to produce at the standard time. So getting the 3rd archer range over here is going to allow him to maybe catch up to repard's archer count. However, once again, once we get to the castle age though, that's when things get truly difficult for PaTiN. The extra range repard's going to get will allow him to get much better trades against PaTiN if he's taking advantage of the extra tile range that he gets. So we'll take a look at that. PaTiN's going forward already on the left-hand side. Meanwhile, repard's going forward down south over here. And PaTiN's reaction is really good. He was left on only 7 food over there, so it doesn't really hurt for him to pull villagers away. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side, this could be really good for PaTiN, but there is nothing over here from repard that's going to be under Yeah, that's going to be in danger at all.
Ready.
These villagers are idle, by the way, I think. Yeah, I'm really sure Repard's going to realize they are just hiding behind the mill.
Yay.
They do not want to work. Come on. Anyway, 1-1 EcoKD. PaTiN's putting pressure. He's got crossbow man. Bucking arrow upgrades coming up. Repard's got the one skirmisher over here. Yeah, PaTiN's trying to break through and he's coming in. He might be able to get a village down over here. He's got to be careful though. The archers are over there from Repard as well. We had crossbow man. Now for ball players, Bucking arrow, which means Repard's going to start taking advantage of the extra range. And take a look at this. Finally, Repard realized about the villagers in the back over there. But take a look at the range over here. It looks really, really similar. It's very, very hard to take advantage of the Britain's extra range. It really is. The radius is almost the same for both. Very important for players to get ballistics. Repard's going to be the first player to go for it. And PaTiN should know he gets sight of the university, so he should try to go for one himself. And he does have a university on the way with 3 villagers. This is really bad for PaTiN now. That ballistics here for Repard, he's taking the villagers down. So it's very difficult for PaTiN, even if he reacts in time, to pull the villagers out of resources, because a predictable, a villager going in a predictable path is going to still get picked up. Plus the extra range over here from Repard means that there is so much more under threat from PaTiN compared to the other way around. Yeah, there's not too much over here for PaTiN whatsoever. He's just gone to the corner. He's going to try to go and strike in. I think Repard's not going to realize about this. Yeah, the crosses are just sneaking in over here from PaTiN. This could be really good. This could be really good. He's going after... He should be going after the lumberjacks. He's going after the gold miners. I think this is a mistake. If he was going after the lumberjacks, he would be able to start striking... right away. If he goes after the gold miners, he shows the archers, and it's much more difficult for him to get any damage done. At this point in time, Repard's already pulling a very substantial lead in population with more military units and more eco units as well. With the defensive manual over here, no extra range for the Ethiopian archers. Repard should be able to defend himself just fine. And yeah, so far the EcoKD has been just so much better for Repard. And PaTiN basically does not have access to wood over here. This is really bad because that's the only woodland that he had. Now he's moving over to the right hand side. Guys, it's over. I don't mean to call this too early, but PaTiN doesn't really have resources. He doesn't have access to wood. The extra range over here Repard's taking advantage of has been absolutely clutch. And PaTiN's kind of running out of military units himself. He cannot make the 4 units work over here. Got cleaned up on the back by crossbows. Is getting cleaned up over here in front by the manual as well. And it was a very good run for PaTiN, and he played an incredible game 1, and in my opinion could have won game number 2 had the game gone just a little bit differently. It seems like Repard's going to end up taking the series over here and moving on to phase either Dark or Survivalist, whoever wins over there. And yeah, PaTiN calls a GG over here. Well played. Repard 2, PaTiN 1. Let's go and take a look at the achievements. Yeah. Better than 3-to-2 KD ratio for Repard. For economy, a stronger economy as well with 1800 extra resources for Repard as well. Pretty good. As well as a higher worker count over here for Repard throughout the game for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, very unfortunate that PaTiN was having latency issues. It's unfortunately one of those tough knuckle situations, right? Like it's no one